We got a big stump grinding job today. We got about 20 or so stumps to take out. The guy actually lives in one of the state forests around here. So we're going to take care of that job right now. A lot of people have been asking how I get stump grinding jobs. Honestly, I just use Facebook Marketplace. I know you're not supposed to post services on there. They do get taken down a lot, so I gotta re-put them back up. I word them a little different. I usually put stump grinder with operator for rent, or you can put stump grinding. That sometimes they get taken down a little quicker, but you just gotta word them a little different. And then another big way is yard signs. I put yard signs all around my town, or if I'm in the couple towns north of me or south of me, I put signs throughout there. And that's pretty much all I do for advertisement. I do have a Google page. I just don't pay for any of it. It's just they want way too much and I never get any leads. It's all it leads to is scam calls and scam messages. So I think Facebook ads are just kind of a waste of money for me. Another thing is, if you're in this line of work, you have to answer your phone. Keep your phone on all the time. I wear one headphone in so I can hear if my phone starts ringing. You gotta answer the phone and you gotta show up. Half the time I go to the job and they said they've called multiple other companies and they just don't show up. They don't show up on time. And then another thing is you gotta do good work. I do a lot of regrinds after tree companies that either don't have a grinder and they just rent, a crappy one from Home Depot and they do a horrible job. You gotta do a good job. You gotta answer the phone. You gotta show up on time. You just gotta show up. So, just got to the job, letting the grinder warm up. If this isn't one of the coolest places I've ever stump grinded some stumps, out in the middle of a state forest, 4 miles back into the woods. Got solar panels out here and just look at the view. Let this thing warm up real quick and get to work.
Alrighty, also, I was just wondering, how many of you guys are in this type of work? Stump grinding, skid steer work, junk removal. If you're in this type of work, drop a like down below. And if you aren't, comment why you're interested in watching my videos. But what a beautiful view this is. Be a blast on an airboat. always good to break up the two things and not leave a nasty mess after you're done. I don't really include this in charging them for this. It won't take a minute to rake it all out and make it look better. off over here. It'd be cool to bring airboats here, or even jet skis. Rip the jet ski right up to your house. Pretty cool. I do jet ski videos and four-wheeler videos, so I'll put the link in the bottom if you guys are interested in that type of stuff too.
Just leaving the job now. Look at this place. It's in the middle of nowhere. Way, way, way back in the swamp. Probably the coolest place I've been to stump grind. It was a 4-mile trek through stuff like this. I don't know if you can see through my windshield, but look at this. Just get to the guy's house. So that was a quick video of the drive in to the guy's house. It's not the guy's driveway, it's a state forest, so I'm not putting his whole driveway online, but that's all I have scheduled for today, so I'll see y'all in the next job. So I just got a phone call. The guy has some ceiling fans he needs hauled off. He's got 5 of them. I gave him a price, asked him when he could be available. He said he could make some time today. I told him I could be there in 30 minutes. That is why you always have to have your phone on you and always answer the phone. You never know who's calling. Just like that, I was going to do a grocery trip, and you know, there's one job right there. Unfortunately, I don't have my camera on me, so I'm recording this on my phone right now. I'm gonna see you guys at the job, and I'll show you how quick and easy it is to make a little bit of money. And just like that, got the ceiling fans all loaded up in the back. First time I've ever been tipped with this whole bucket of pennies. Just told me to take it, but yep, at the dump already, getting rid of them. See y'all in the next one. Alright y'all, so we are at another stump grinding job. Got a couple stumps up here. They're actually were just grinded by the tree company that cut the trees down, but they did a horrible job. The stumps are still there. They hid it all underneath the mulch and left the guy with a mess. So I did some work for him before he had me come back out to take care of them, make them right. This is why you don't hire a tree company to do a stump grinder's job. I do regrinds from tree companies all the time.
This isn't in your way, is it?
Huh? No, no. And we are finishing up here. Customer's gonna handle all the mulch, and this is how it should have looked. Tree company should have taken care of it a little better. No stumps at all. Quite a bit of mulch. I gotta hit this little spot. There's a root, tiny little root, but this machine's been a beast so far. I was gonna leaf blow all the chippings over here off his driveway, but he told me not to worry about it. He's got a leaf blower. He's got to do some work over here anyways. I did some work for this guy before. He had some stumps throughout here, over here. Might have some pictures I'll put up.